There's a snowy owl on the gas well.
I wondered. Can't see it without.
I probably can't see it without binoculars, no.
Yeah, but next time I'll bring binoculars.
Take care. Hello, everybody. I think we're live. Let me just verify that. Just getting started. We are on Saybolt Road looking at a snowy owl. It's, oh, I forgot the temperature. It's, I think, in the upper 30s, lower 40s. Starting a little early. I had promised 12:45, but with this owl in sight, why not? What a cutie. Anyway, I want to welcome everybody who might tune in. I don't know if anyone's tuned in at the moment. Probably not, because it's a little early. Actually, there might be people tuned in. No one's chatting. But we're looking at a snowy owl, likely a female. You can see her, the coloration. A male would be, or actually this could be an immature, but we saw one last year with the same coloration. So, you know, this is like maybe possibly the same owl. This is, we saw, hello Bob, we saw snowy owls in actually 3 locations last year. One here, we're on Saybolt Road. Exactly where we are, I guess in Fayetteville or Fayette maybe. One, we saw 3 at the Finger Lakes Regional Airport last year, and we also saw one on closer to Montezuma on from, I guess it's Route 31. Anyway, this is maybe better than normal for this location, given the distance is always tough here. But this may be a little better than normal because it's not sunny today. Not yet, anyways. I think it's supposed to get sunnier later. But right now, things are not too bad. So we're getting a semi-decent look. Now this owl is not close to me. I cannot see it with the naked eye. And it's not even all that easy to see with binoculars, but I saw that it was there. And so now we're looking at it. Look at how cute. As I believe I said earlier, I mean, it's maybe upper 30s, lower 40s right now, temperature-wise. And I think that's pretty much where it's supposed to stay through much of the area today. Maybe I thought I saw a high of like 41 or 42 predicted. Let me darken it a bit, see if that helps any. Sorry, this is a little bit shaky. So even though it's not a sunny day, we still get some of that heat shimmer in the air. So you can see like there's like there are ripples in the air that we're having to deal with, but that's okay. This is not that bad a look. See if I can get things steady here. Apologies. This owl has not moved since I arrived. I mean, it's looking around a bit, but it's not. It hasn't budged. It's been there the whole time. A little bit of wind today. Not super windy, but you can see some of the vegetation there moving a little bit, and I can feel that wind. We won't be here forever because there have been reports of a snowy owl sighting at the airport, so I wouldn't mind going to see if we can get a good look at one there. I'm going to brighten it back up a little bit. Sorry I'm starting early, but I gave a predicted time that accounts for a possible stop here and there, and then assuming the assumption is I don't see anything and then I continue on, and those stops take time. But since an owl is here and in view, I thought I'd start up the broadcast right away. So we won't stay here too much longer. I'll move on soon enough. My hope is always to have a really, really good look. And sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. And this is not bad, but of course I'd like better. I love when they look around. They're so beautiful. So anyway, I spoke of the coloration, and I'm not an expert on owls, or on anything else for that matter, but with immatures and females, there's usually some darker coloration, whereas an adult male, will be either all white or nearly all white, with very little coloration. In terms of my own sightings today, I did not see my neighboring red-tailed hawks before I left home, so that was a disappointment. But one thing I did see, and this is something that I have only seen on one or two occasions before from home, I did see a snow goose. Just one, and it was with a large, fairly large for my area, flock or grouping. I don't know if they were a unified flock, but of Canada geese. I looked down all of a sudden, and I had gone to my window, looked down, and all of a sudden I saw the large flock of Canada geese, and I saw a lighter spot in and amongst them, and that sure enough was a snow goose, and actually it was it looked like a juvenile. Likely it will be the only snow goose I see today, although there's always a possibility that I see one somewhere along the way on the tour. Like I said, we're going to move on pretty soon and head towards the airport. Look at how cute. Look how cute. Look Love when they just look around like that. I hope everyone's been enjoying the holidays. Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's Day coming up. I actually wouldn't mind if I don't believe moving would really help us, but I wouldn't mind if I had a darker background for this owl than that. But I don't believe, yeah, I don't believe moving can do that. Maybe if I went backwards, but we'd be getting farther from it, and I'm not sure if that would work very well. This is not, hi Glappy, this is not actually the type of close-up I'm looking for. I'm hoping for something better. The one opportunity we had for really good close-ups was the first opportunity we ever had for a snowy owl on the tour, and that was the one we first spotted in November a couple years ago. And the only problem was there were some branches in the way. And, I mean, not really badly. I mean, they weren't thick branches, but there were some twigs that prevented, the kind of views I would have liked. And the lighting wasn't great, and it wasn't bad. I'm not complaining. It's starting to get a little brighter, and that's, oh great, no, that can lead to trouble with air distortion. So we if you're just joining us, we're on Sable Road. If you sign up for eBird alerts for Seneca County here in upstate New York, you would be seeing reports of a snowy owl here at this, often on the gas well, or often recorded as being somewhere either on the gas well or relative to the gas well. So, this is not a particularly unusual sighting given recent weeks. Okay, I think it's time we moved on to the airport just to see if maybe we can have a look at another one there. I would love to see one, and this one is just being just cute. That's all. It's not really doing anything. It's looking around, being cute, and if I were cute like that, I would do the same, I guess. Okay, so let's switch cameras and head to the airport. It's 41 degrees apparently. Bye, owl. Maybe we'll see you later. We may come back here, after we drive around Montezuma a bit. Last week at Montezuma, there was essentially nothing to see. Hold on, I want to take another look at the owl from a different angle here. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep going. So anyway, if you're just joining us, I was saying that, I didn't see my neighboring hawks today, the ones that live near me, which was, not good. I always like to see them before I leave. I like to see them all the time. But I did see, all of a sudden, in my view, there was a large grouping of Canada geese, and with them was one snow goose, an immature snow goose. That is, not something I normally see where I am, where I live. And the snow goose, if you're wondering, it seemed to be fine. I mean, I believe it had flown there with all the other geese, and it was walking fine and everything. So I think maybe it's just tagging along with those Canada geese for whatever reason. That was good. I always, when I see, I just saw a cardinal. When I see a bird like that, seemingly out of place, I always wonder if something is wrong. And as far as I could tell, it was healthy, but maybe had just been separated from other snow geese, or I don't know. For me, by the way, a general rule of thumb, and I might have been, had it not been for the white background with that snowy owl, let's say it was, on a pipe like it was, but like with, just grass behind it, I might have been able to see that. I probably would have. I would have noticed that. But for me, general rule of thumb with the gear I have and everything, if I cannot see it with the naked eye, chances are it's not going to make for a particularly good recording. That's not to say it's completely, any recording would be completely worthless. I mean, if I just wanted to say that I saw a given bird or a given species or something like that, all right, fine, maybe identification is good, but it's not something I would say, okay, here I'm gonna show the world this as representative of like a great look at a particular bird or species or whatever. That would not be. It would not be all that much more eyes. Obviously, if it's a small bird, it doesn't take much distance for it to be difficult to see. But if you're talking, let's say, a hawk or a bald eagle in the air, and you can't see it, but with the naked eye, really powerful equipment might get you a slightly better look, but you're still likely to have a fair amount of distortion just because of the distance involved in that, just the amount of air between you and. I see a hawk of some sort in flight right now. I lost sight of it. It looked, if I had to guess, it was a red-tailed hawk, but I don't know. What other hawk would it be? Well, there are other hawks in the area that can be expected in this area. Northern harriers, possibly, and also rough-legged hawks. But there are others like Cooper's hawks and sharp-shinned hawks. What else? Red-shouldered hawks. But I think that was most likely red-tailed hawk. And I believe the most common of the various hawks in this area, you know, here, well, maybe across the country even, I'm not sure, in total, are red-tailed hawks. For a while, I wasn't seeing many hawks at all today. Like I said, I left home without having seen my neighboring hawks, and then it was a while before I actually saw any hawks, you know, in any trees as I was driving, and usually I do see them. And then finally things picked up, and I believe by the time I arrived here, I probably had seen maybe 6 or 7. Given the time of year, that's not a high number. Looks like to our left, the cornfield has been harvested, although, you know, things aren't like really down to the ground harvested. So let's turn in here, and we're here at the airport, and snowy owls have been reported here. And I see one, I think. Hopefully I won't get stuck in the mud here. Let me see if I can still see it. I can see it. Pretty sure it's a snowy owl. And I'm going to try to have you see it. Well, first of all, let's look with this camera. Where'd it go? There it is. I think. Is that a snowy owl? Maybe not. No, maybe not. I thought it was. Looked like one. Maybe it's not. Let me look again with binoculars, and that's a long ways away. It looked like it, but I don't believe it is. I'm going to look at it with the scope anyway for a moment. Just want to see whatever that thing was. Oh, I think it is an... Yeah, it is an owl. Yes, hey. Okay, hold on a second. It is an owl. What are you people saying to me, huh? Okay, 1 second. I've got to get things set up so they can be steady. But that is an owl. I just saw its head move. It was looking away. It almost looked like... I don't know what it looked like, but it almost looked like something round on top of something square, but not necessarily natural, more like something artificial. But looking at it again, and I'm glad I did, it's an owl. Now it's farther, it's pretty far away. So we're not going to get a great... Oh, I hate when I do that. Hold on. We'll try to get to see if we can find a closer viewing area. You know, we can't just drive anywhere we want here at the airport. Darken to see if that helps our view. Hey, cute. Love the snowy owls. Okay, so well, what we'll do, I'm going to leave the camera pointing there, but I'm going to look around with binoculars just in case, and then we'll see if I can maybe find a better location from which to look at it, because I would like a better look than that. I'm not seeing anybody else. And you might say, well, what do you mean not seeing anybody else? Well, there was that time last year when we saw 3 snowy owls here. Okay, so let's get a move on and see if we can find a better location. Always rewarding to see, you know, what we're looking for and searching for, especially if it's something that for us is unusual. You know, we don't see snowy owls every day. I consider myself very fortunate to be able to see one at all. Just hope we can find a better viewing area. You know, once we're in the airport itself. I'm driving slowly because I'm looking around as I do. You never know. I mean, things have been harvested. You know, I wonder, I don't know what, you know, what is behind the schedule for harvesting of these cornfields. You know, I don't know much about it, so I'm surprised that some have only recently apparently been harvested. We've been coming here and seeing, you know, I mean, Carl's behind us actually, as it turns out. And Cindy. Let me go talk with them without hitting these bollards. Yeah, there is one here.
Here at the airport?
Mm-hmm. And there's one at Sable.
Oh, down by Reese and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But there is one here. It's just hard to see. I'm trying to find a better spot to see it.
Which way is it? That way or this? Oh,
Got it.
That way. If you know that as you're coming from, well, I don't know what the road is. If you're coming from Martin and everything, there's an area you can kind of turn in. It's not really paved.
Yeah.
From there, you can see it.
Okay.
Okay, it's on the ground and it's pretty far away,
Yeah.
but you can see it.
Cool. Thank you.
Good luck.
Hey, nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you. Take care. So we're hoping to find a better spot from which to see this snowy owl. I love the snowy owls, but I find their choice of relaxing sitting areas to be very inconvenient. I'm not going to say rude, but inconvenient. I can't see it from here. Can I? Hold on one second. No, I don't see it. Let's try going back. A lot of geese, Canada geese in the air all of a sudden. Don't know where they came from. I'm not even sure exactly where this snowy owl is. And it may be that it's impossible to see from here. I don't know. Hold on. I don't see it. I wonder if it's even possible to see it. No, I don't think so. I think Carl has the right idea. He's going in and he's going into the building on, well, of course on foot. I don't think he's driving in. But I just can't. I can't see it. I wonder if he'll be able to see it from inside, or, you know, maybe he can walk through the building and see it. It's possible. And that may be the right thing to do. I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna do what he's doing. I'm gonna leave you in the car and see if I can go take a look to see if it is possible. If it is possible, then I'll come back and get you. Sound good? Sound good. Sounds good to me. I'll be back. Don't touch anything. Okay, okay. We are gonna do that. Okay, so I need to dress up a little bit and get set. So I need a few minutes. We can't see it fully, but apparently, I'm not gonna do that. Apparently we can. I just saw it. I saw its head, but you can't. It's not fully in view, but it may be good enough and worthwhile. So let's give this a shot. Hopefully we'll stay connected through all this. And I'm taking only the more powerful scope. I want a good look if we can have it. My hands are already cold. Alright, we're almost ready. Almost ready. Is it worth it? Well, we'll see. Hopefully it'll still be within view. There's always a possibility, obviously, that it'll move before we get there. I love taking you all along, but you're a pain in the neck. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Make some adjustments again to my tripod here. I have a feeling I'm going to have to make more adjustments once we get there. never been here before.
Spencer, and I thought,
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, it's up.
Yeah.
Cool. We might get a better look than I thought, everybody. Come on. There we go.
yeah, she got kicked up again by the plane that took off just now.
I see.
It's a little widget.
Beautiful. Hold on. I wonder why it's so shaky. It's me.
Very happy there.
Very happy here.
Alright, just going to try and look from right there.
you think that's a male or a female?
Female.
Female. Okay.
Either female or immature.
Okay.
Just by the coloration, just because there's so much darkness on it.
Here are some results from the web.
Okay.
A male would be a lot more white, most likely, an adult male.
Did you switch to Android?
Yeah, so I'm trying to actually.
Do you want mine?
No. Did you create just one snowy event for today?
Yep.
For some reason, it's wanting to publish it, which is okay.
Yeah, I didn't publish it yet. Oh, but you already went live.
I thought so.
Oh no, were you not live?
Well, I had people on, so I'd say yes. think it's an immature male. Yeah, it's like the one up in Syracuse. It doesn't have a lot of speckling down on the back of its neck. It's got it on top, but the back is pretty. Yeah, you are adorable. Are you sleepy? Okay. The other clip went to the DZ event. The first clip went to the DZ event. All right, thanks, Birdie.
At least it's there.
It's there. with you. Just keep an eye open for airplanes. Okay.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right. Let's mosey a little ways up there.
I may do the same.
Yeah.
I don't want to spook it though. That's my concern.
We'll do one at a time and see how things go. Awesome. If you want to go next.
No, go ahead. But thank you. We'll go next. We'll get a little closer, and that may allow for some sharper looks. We've had decent close-ups, but we haven't had any like sharp, steady ones, and I'm hoping to improve the view if we can. It's a beautiful owl, and this is a wonderful opportunity as far as I'm concerned. Go in a minute. And I'm going to, well, I'm not going to leave everything in place. I think I'll, because that'll be too shaky. So I'll remove the camera. And let's take a walk, okay? Battery's getting low. So again, we're at the Finger Lakes Regional Airport, and we've been working to look at a snowy owl. Oops, sorry. Things were all tangled up on me. a second. I don't know why everything is still so shaky. We're not going to be here too much longer. My hands are freezing. Close back on. There is some wind, and that's not helping. So anyway, again, we're looking at a snowy owl, and we're here at the Finger Lakes Regional Airport. This is likely either an immature or a female, given all the coloration on it. Beautiful owl. Cute. Hope this is coming through well. And this is a worthwhile stop. We haven't gotten anywhere near Montezuma, but we may not see anything up there anyway. What a privilege it is to be able to see such beauty. if it were to fly, I might not be able to catch it. I'm kind of standing back and looking at my tripod. I love when they look around. It is something. Often get this kind of look. That's why we're lingering here. Wouldn't mind if it were even closer. We've been closer to a snowy owl before. Like I was saying earlier today, our first sighting ever, we were right across the road from it. Those eyes.
He wants to wake up.
Eyes are a little open.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is not helping. It's not really windy, but it's enough to shake things. And I'm having a hard time determining how how bright things are. In some ways they're too bright. Oh, that is beautiful. I don't know where the battery is, but I think it's going to die pretty soon. Look at that beautiful owl. My goodness. I like it better down there in terms of lighting, I think, maybe than where it was. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's try to get some close-ups and see what happens. Probably should move because of that vegetation right there in the way. Look at how cute. What a beautiful owl. My goodness. If I were to move further to our left, I'd have to move quite a ways to get that plant out of the way, I think. And if I were to move to our right, that might... Sleepy. That might do it. Okay, battery is just about dead. I need to change it. I know, maybe it's boring after a while looking at the owl who's not doing much, but we're getting a good view, so, I'm very pleased, I have to say. Okay, everybody, I want to change the batteries because I don't like where this one is right now, okay? Be with you in a moment. That is just gorgeous. Can't take it. oh my.
Yeah.
I think I kind of want to move a few feet, but I don't know if that's going to help much. So maybe I'll just stay where I am.
Chunky little piece of brush.
Kind of sleepy. How beautiful is that? Sorry, it's hard to make adjustments with gloves on. Here comes the wind. You can probably hear it, I'm guessing. Look at that face. Well, I don't know if I should move or not. It's near that vegetation, very close to it, so it would be difficult for me to get that vegetation out of view. I think, Carl, we should both move a little to the right.
Yeah, let's get rid of that little piece of brush.
You'll have a hard time getting rid of it completely, but
At least we can get his face.
yeah, a little bit better.
Is he settling down?
I'll wave it off.
Good thinking.
Come back. Give us 10 minutes.
Just circle, please. You know
Yeah.
the fuel.
We'll pay for the fuel.
Just looking at this runway, almost seems like they could land jets here.
I don't know about that.
The smaller ones.
Maybe, I don't know. And remember, you have to account for the bad landings too.
Yep.
So they need, I'm sure they factor in you need quite a bit of extra space. And move again. Let's see if this gets that vegetation out of the way. Probably won't. Oh. Where'd my owl go? We may have to... I think that plane may be coming in. So we may have to vacate this area. There's my owl. Look at how cute. I don't know what's going on with that plane. It's like flying around, but it's not like it's has to wait for other planes. I mean, there are no other planes here. It could be it's just someone who's learning how to fly, or just enjoys flying. I don't know. We're only going to be here a few more minutes, I think, anyway. And then we're going to head to other areas. But this has been a nice sighting. Oh, what's that in the air? Looks like crows. One crow plus others that are nearby but in trees. So I don't think they're coming this way or towards the owl. So again, we're at the Finger Lakes Regional Airport. And the plane may be coming in, I'm not sure. And we're looking at a snowy owl on the ground, and just plain beautiful. Yeah, it looks like the plane is coming in. Let's go. Plane is coming in, so we have to vacate where we were. We can watch the plane, maybe, if I can catch it. No, I'm not going to catch it. Wasn't ready for it. As for the owl didn't budge. Where's my owl? Oh yeah, well, it moved a little bit. Look at how cute. Oh, how beautiful is that? The plane is coming along the runway, and you know, maybe it's different coming along the runway like that in terms of what the owl is thinking. It's got a little ways to go, but it's coming along, and it looks like it'll pass. Yeah, by the looks of things, it's going to pass right by the owl. So let's see if we can get back to the owl. Where's the owl? Owl, please. Come on, Ferris. Don't miss it. I'm going to miss it. I didn't do anything. Okay. The owl didn't, there's the owl that didn't budge. Beautiful owl this is. I know we've been here a long time now, but I think we're going to walk over one more time and see if we can improve the view and get that vegetation out of the way. So let's take a walk. How can this battery be down this low so fast? So as I walk here, we might get a better line of sight to it, but the background won't be as good. Maybe right about, yeah. Hold on. Oh wow. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. That's what I want. In terms of lighting. The sun is nice, but it's not bouncing directly back at us, and that makes a difference. Isn't that gorgeous? Dolph, I see what you're saying about Hedwig, and it's my understanding it wasn't the coloration. Well, maybe it was a coloration issue, but it was also a size issue. The males are smaller, and given the need to have them around, the children, I guess they wanted smaller owls. That's what I read somewhere. Hedwig. I love Hedwig. Poor Hedwig. Wind has picked up again. Isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't mind if that shadow weren't on the breast, but there's nothing I can do to get that out of the way. That shadow is on it, no matter what you do. Beautiful. That's beautiful. That's just beautiful. Okay, everybody, I think we're gonna take a few more looks and then we're gonna move on. Jeez, they are just so beautiful. They're just awesome. Hold on, is there another plane coming in? I hear something. another plane. I don't know if it's coming in. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Looks this way, you. Come on, look this way. So cute. Gorgeous bird. Love the eyes. I wouldn't mind a look or two at the eyes in good light, but keeps its eyes mostly or partially closed. So we don't get good looks at the eyes. They're beautiful though. Again, I know we've been here a long time looking at it, but to me it's a special sighting. So we might as well take advantage. I don't even know what time it is. It's after 2 o'clock. Oh my goodness. We're running late. What a beauty. Something in the distant tree I wouldn't mind looking at. Seems like it might be a little too large to be a bird, but it's a light spot. It makes me wonder what it is. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. This has been a treat to see this owl like this. Let's take a quick look at whatever that distant spot is. Let me find it again. Okay, I have a rough idea where it is. Could be a bird. Almost looks like it could be another snowy owl. Not sure. I'll bet it is. See, here's what I was talking about earlier. I can magnify it a little bit, but then there's so much distortion. That it doesn't help that much. But that does look like a bird from here. But that could be a red-tailed hawk for all I know. At distances like this, colors get washed out. And in fact, I'd guess that is a red-tailed hawk, if I had to guess. How beautiful. What a treat. What a treat. Who knows, maybe we'll get tired of seeing them. I won't. I want to see them. It'd be nice to have a good look at one in flight. But this has been, can't ask for that much more. Maybe a little more. Yeah, a little more. But you know what I mean. You know, if it flies somewhere, maybe we'll miss it because we're going to leave pretty shortly. But like I said, I've enjoyed this immensely. I hope you have too. That's what we're here for. Look so cute. Pretty, pretty. Okay, everybody, I think it's time we moved along. Head to the car, pack up a little bit, and then get underway again. A few more looks and we're gonna move. We're gonna leave. May regret leaving. I mean, if it does something that, you know, we would have liked to have seen, but there are other things I'd like to see today too, if possible. All right, let's do that. Bye, Alan. See you later. Take care. Good luck. It's hard to leave the owl like that, but, you know, like I said, we can't stay here the whole time. Easier just to walk through here. Get to the car that way.
Never see a snowy owl out there, did you?
There is one out there now.
That's what we're here for.
But go. Do yourself a favor, go through, just let them know that you're doing that. And if you do approach very, very slowly. And it's on the...
Is he sitting on the windsock?
No, but sitting on the ground. But, you know, across the way, you'll see there are a couple people out there now looking. But, again, you don't want to frighten it or anything.
Tell who?
I would, just, you know, as a courtesy. Take care. Good luck.
I saw it on eBirds. That's why we're here.
I see. Well, if you have good equipment, you should get a good look.
I don't. We're on our way to a holiday party.
Oh, really?
So this is
We're just slumming on our way to Rochester, and I said, well, you want to see a snowy owl?
I see. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
They might give you a look. Okay, let's get in the car, get things running again. Need a few minutes because I've got to get things back in shape here. As enjoyable as that was, at least for me, it took time. So we are pressed for time. But we're going to make the most of what we have left. Let me just get things situated here. Like I said, I enjoy having you along, but in terms of taking care of you, you're all a pain in the neck. Meaning I have to, keep cameras connected and all that, and things I wouldn't have to worry about battery-wise. Well, I have to worry about battery-wise, so. But I think that was worth it overall. Now, we're pretty much ready to go. So, stop staring at the wall. Let's go. We're going to go to Montezuma. We'll take a look around there, see if we can find anything of interest. You never know. I think we had some nice looks at that snowy owl. Certainly better than the one, better looks than the one at Sable Road. And unless that one's closer, I don't know if we'll bother to stop back. Although I wouldn't, if that one were somehow in a closer area, I would love a good look. But I don't think we're going to get that much better in terms of distance than we just had with the one we were looking at moments ago. So, who knows? But do I want more and better? Yes, I do. I still do. Maybe interesting activity of one sort or another. I mean, to see it catch prey would be interesting. See it in flight, etc. So, I mean, those are things I still want to see. But I'm not complaining. Bye, owl. Take care. I'm glad we saw it. Very nice of the people at the airport to allow us through like that. Over the years, I think I've been to O'Hare. I've been to Atlanta. I don't know if I've ever flown anywhere out of New York City. I know I've flown out of Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. But I think, this is now my favorite airport. Oh, I've flown out of San Francisco also. And San Diego, was it? I think. But still, this is my favorite airport now. We don't have much time. It's 20 minutes after 2, and while that may seem early, and the days are, getting longer, they're still short. So we only have so much time to look around here and then get back to Ithaca. Attempting to warm up my hands a bit. They need it. Incidentally, on my way up here, I really didn't see much activity on Cayuga Lake. Now that I think about it, I didn't see any birds out there. See one eagle as I was driving by. It looked like it was either mature or near maturity. Didn't get a great look at it. So often I'm driving, I drive on this road having left those locations where we've just visited, disappointed, not seeing any owls, but to see one both at Saybolt and then one at the airport, and to see it pretty well at the airport, I'll tell you, I'm pretty happy about that. But we're driving by a field right now. You can probably see some of it. And often I look, well, maybe I'll see one here, maybe. It's the last desperate hope. And I've never seen one in this field, but circling overhead, it looks like there's maybe a bird of prey of some sort. Raptor. Looks large. I'm guessing it's an eagle. Vision's all blurry right now, maybe too much looking through the camera. It does look like an eagle. There's an eagle up above us, or up ahead and flying around, just circling. I think it's an eagle. Looks too large to be a red-tailed hawk. If it was an eagle, it was not a mature one. It had some different coloration. Apparently it's 43 degrees, if you were wondering. So not super cold, but it is December, so this is actually good weather, temperature-wise. And the sun has come out, as you can see, which that could be a problem. Oh, there's a lot of white out there on the water. I could just see it. I can't see it now. I'm guessing that they are gulls, but I don't know, just by the looks of them. I only had a quick glimpse, but we're going to keep going. I want to head towards, reach Montezuma. We're almost there. And take a look around at our usual places. Okay, I'm going. See, for me, I enjoy seeing the birds, but as I've said before, I don't want to just see the birds and that would, and have that be the end of it. It's nice to be able to share them with people who have an interest in the birds also. And before the tour ever began, I used to take photos, and I think I just saw some turkeys. I would post them, to Flickr, and that was fine. I enjoyed that quite a bit. And there are advantages to still photos over video, but there are advantages of video over still photos. And anyway, when the tour first began, I was wondering, geez, how am I? And people were asking if we could do the tour again. We had done it that first time, and I said, with a little bit of uncertainty, well, sure, I guess. And because I didn't know how I was going to be able to do that, and also continue with still photos. My thought was, like, for instance, if I were to go to Sapsucker, would I, go through the trails twice? Once on my own and then again? And how about other areas like Montezuma or whatever? And, we started doing the tour anyway, and I've come to, really enjoy it. And the still photos have kind of fallen by the wayside, but, it's okay. Like if I were to take a walk, in the evening, for instance, just to go in my own neighborhood and walk around and see what's out there, when I've been doing that, I haven't been, doing it to take still photos. I've been doing it for video. So, if I see something often, not always, but often I'll narrate such a video as if like you're with me, even though you're not. But I mean, it's meant for later viewing, so I might provide some comments. I kind of did that this morning when I saw that one snow goose from home. Although I scolded myself later. It was like, you knew it was a juvenile. why didn't you say so? I never said so during the video, but oh well. Okay, so we didn't go towards the visitor center because that's closed, and so is Wildlife Drive. So we're just right here on Route 89 right now, and we're looking around. Now, we haven't seen anything interesting here lately, and I have to say I've been kind of disappointed about that, but in prior years we have seen rough-legged hawks here, but or at least one. I don't know if we've seen more than one, but I haven't seen one here lately. Cars coming up behind us pretty soon. They're probably going to catch us because we're not driving very fast. If they catch us, I'll pull over. I had really checked the forecast for Ithaca, and the forecast did say that clouds would be reduced. So, and that looks like that's what's happening now. For me anyway, the day started off pretty cloudy, and it didn't really clear up before I left home. But obviously we're dealing with sunshine right now. It's been cold enough overnight that, various bodies of water still are iced over. We've had some relatively mild weather, but you'll see, here and there, shallow bodies of water, or maybe slowly moving bodies of water, will have at least a coating of ice on them. So it's not as if everything is completely thawed out. There's some water in my own view from home, and enough of it was thawed out so that there were ducks there first thing this morning, mallards. It's good to see. When they're there like that, it's like having my own little duck pond. And the way things have been going over the last couple of years especially, if that water isn't frozen over, it's choked with vegetation. And finally, it was choked all summer and into fall, and then finally things cleared out. And it wasn't long before, after it was cleared, things started freezing. But anyway, this morning there was a nice view of some ducks. Speaking of nice views, I see. Maybe we'll get a view from here. Got vegetation in the way. I think we've got swans on Shockey Pool. Well, I don't think I can get a clear view because of the vegetation. Swans, some Canada geese, some gulls. We're going to keep moving though. Maybe we'll come back. It's unlikely, but maybe we will. And take a look. Very unlikely, actually, now that I think about it. See, the channel we're passing over right now to our left is iced over. And the channel we're about to pass over is not iced over, and there are, looks like mergansers down there. Too much traffic for me to just pull over in a crazy fashion, like we did last week. Oh, and a lot of mergansers, I think, over the distance. I'm guessing they're mergansers. they're not close though. I wouldn't mind giving you a good, honest to goodness close-up of mergansers. That would be nice to have. We'll take a look this way. If I had to guess, when we reach East Road, we'll have little reason to stay there, but you never know. Last week, you may recall, it was completely iced over, snowed over, whatever, and there were no birds down there at all that I could see readily. Or actually, it was technically... Because of time, I'm not even going to bother to try to take a left here and look around. We've seen very little lately, and the signal's bad, and we just don't have time. So far, I really haven't shown you much. I've shown you 2 owls. And what may have been a red-tailed hawk in a very distant tree. Maybe. For all I know, it's just a broken, given how far away it was. So it may not have even been a bird. Just past a pond, and it was, you know, it's iced over. I have to say, you know, it's not super cold outside, but the heat inside of the car feels good. Down to 42 degrees outside now. Pull over here. I just want to look at something through with binoculars. It's pretty far away. And where we're headed on the left-hand side, it seems like there's some white birds there. If I had to guess, they're swans. Now again, this week the ground is largely free of snow. So maybe if there is a white spot there on the ground, I might be able to see it, even though I'll be driving. I'll let this car pass, so I'm going to wait here for a bit. I better let this pickup truck pass also. I just want to take a quick look here. Oh. Just a quick look. Because there was last year reported, and we saw it, as snowy owl here. It's as good a place as any. You know, cornfields, and which may draw, you know, their prey nice and flat. The swans, I believe they're swans, or 2 are. I'm going to pull over, even though I really shouldn't. Just want to look at them with binoculars. 1 second. We've got a car coming also. Yes, they are swans. I'm not sure if they're tundras or trumpeter. And I don't want to take the time to figure it out, to be honest with you. All right, I'm not going to drive the whole way. I think I'll turn around. Now, as far as I know, nothing's been reported in terms of snowy owls here this season. And I know, you know, we just we just finished seeing a snowy owl pretty well. We had some decent looks. But as I was indicating once we left there, you never know. If you can somehow get a better look somewhere, maybe you get it. So that's why I keep trying. Kind of hard to see to my left. That sun is right in my eyes. We're pressed for time, obviously, and for good reason. Well, a bad reason and a good reason. I probably got started later than I should have, but that's the way things work sometimes. And also, we were looking at that snowy owl. Late. I'll take full responsibility, but we'll see if we can enjoy the rest of the day anyway. Well, as we saw that snowy owl, I mean, the more I think about it, the more I want to see. We saw it on the ground and everything, and that was fine. But I wouldn't mind seeing one, or at least, in a way that would allow us to better see, for instance, its legs and feet. So maybe up in a tree or something like that, or just perched in such a way, even if it just briefly repositions itself so its legs are visible, It's understandable if it keeps its legs covered much of the time. I mean, look at the environment from which it comes, and it's still cold here, too. So, I mean, I'm sure part of that is to keep the legs warm. But it doesn't mean I don't want to see them. Love to see it catch prey. I would love to see it in flight. I've only seen one in any kind of real flight, and that was back where we just were at Route 31. We were looking at one and it took off. And unfortunately, that day it flew to a spot farther away, and the lighting was already challenging as it was. Look like they're frozen over down there. Oh, but there are some birds down there, some white birds by the looks of it. We'll take a quick look at them. Just a few, not many birds, but a few. If I had to guess, they're swans, but I really don't know. All I saw were a few white spots. So let's take a quick look at what's down there. I don't know what looks like they're on ice, but I don't know. And hold on one second here. Okay. Take a quick look. This battery is also very low now. Oops, sorry. Are they trumpeter swans? I don't know. And that, I think, is it. Let me just get them in view for a second. I'm going to look around very quickly with binoculars, see if there's anything else we should be looking at. That's all that I can see so far. There is some open water down there, not much, but there is some, and they're not very close. It's not very close to where the swans are, but you can see some there and there. So it's not like it's completely frozen over. But I think we're going to, and I don't know if anything's open back there. It doesn't look like it. It looks like that's pretty well frozen, but there may be something that's not. I don't know. But we're going to move on, I think. And there's one other white thing in the trees down there. I'm not sure what it is. Probably nothing. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't look like a bird. So let's. We're going to move on. I have a feeling we're not going to see much up here in Montezuma. And as I've said to you several times before, it's kind of tough to justify coming up here, although I think we had a lot of luck last year, but it's kind of tough to justify coming up here if you're making the trip just for the Montezuma area. But having the snowy owls at potentially at locations along the way, it does justify it. It makes it a lot easier to justify coming here because it's only a few more minutes. A few more minutes drive, that is. I see a blue jay. Making two. Very first time I ever came to Montezuma, I didn't know what I was doing at all. Even less than I do now. And there was like I didn't realize that Wildlife Drive, which would be, and I didn't do any research beforehand. I should have, but it was closed. I came up here. I believe it was in March, and or late February. Anyway, I came up here and Wildlife Drive was closed, and I didn't know all these other areas, so I got to the visitor center area, drove around, saw that Wildlife Drive was closed, and all I saw were like maybe 4 Canada geese, 2 and 2, something like that, and I thought, geez, I could have stayed home to see this. But luckily I came up again a few weeks later. Maybe I did a little more research, found out what's going on in terms of timing and everything, and I'm very glad I gave the place a second shot. And I only came up here because I had heard so much about the area. People would say, "Oh, you've got to go to Montezuma." Let me just take a quick look and see what's down there. Yeah, it looks like, I'll give you a quick look. We won't stay here. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that also an eagle? Maybe? Yeah, looks like it. And so it looks like we have, I believe those are mergansers down there, or gulls. No, those aren't gulls. More mergansers in the back. And I believe we saw an eagle. Maybe we'll, I don't know if I can do it or not, but you know what? Let's do this. Let me, I'm not gonna, I was gonna drive around and see if I could turn around the car, but I think what I'll do is something better overall, because I'm worried about the guide rail being in the way again like it was last week. So let me see if I can get situated so we can look out that window well. 1 second. Well, maybe give me a minute. Hopefully this will be worth it. Okay. I'm going to reconfigure some things as usual. Uh-oh. There's a good chance the guide rail's going to be in our way anyway. Yeah, I think it might be. Well, we'll see. Oh, no. It's not. Good. Okay. Hold on, make another adjustment or two. Sorry. Here, grow. Okay. So I believe that's a bald eagle there. And I believe there are mergansers nearby. And that looks like a juvenile bald eagle if I had to guess. I'll lighten it up a little bit. The distances are long, so we're not getting a great look. And then mergansers, common mergansers. Oops, hold on, I'm trying to adjust things here. I hear Canada geese. So a fair number of common mergansers. And I don't remember if it was this very channel or a different channel, but we saw that last year. Or last winter, I should say, whatever it was. And this is not the look I would like to give you. I'd love to give you a much better, sharper look at mergansers than this, but we'll take what we can get. Okay, back to the eagle. Again, it's not close, so this is the best look we're going to get. Well, I can zoom in just a little bit more, but looks like more mergansers may be coming over. There's another channel, and maybe they're very close to each other. You can see there are more mergansers over there. Look like they're on dry ground. And I think I may just drive a little bit so we can see if we can have a look down the other channel. But let's move on. I'm going to keep everything in place, and we're going to see if we can look at that other channel. Wait 1 second. I see another eagle in the air. I'll make it 2, and they might be coming this way. So I'm going to stay here for a bit, just in case they go where the eagle we have seen is. Just in case. I doubt they will, but you never know. Just, no, okay. Oh, wait a second. No. Oh. I see them. I'm not going to be able to show them to you very well, if at all, but they landed in these trees over here somewhere. There's one, and I believe there were 2. I saw them as one was landing, and then I started fiddling with the camera. Not the best look we've ever had at an eagle, that's for sure. There may be a second one right there, but I can't see it because of the various branches. Let's move on, and let's see if we can get another look down the other channel. I know, it's shaky. But given what we're trying to do, not too bad. So we're about to look down the channel that really leads directly from Mays Point. Hold on 1 second. I see a common merganser female on the Mays Point side. And there may be others that are closer. Oh, shoot. There are more mergansers here. We might get a look depending on where the guardrails are. Guide rails. They're not called guardrails. And I see a gull. Shoot. I don't know if I can... Oh, shoot. they are closer, and they're getting farther. I don't know if they're getting farther because of me. So that is a male common merganser. Let me try to get it again. Hold on. Guide rail's right in the way. We saw common mergansers last week, but they were well, maybe 2/3 of the way across Cayuga Lake when we saw them, so we didn't get a good look. And this is not a great look either, but it's not bad. I should say it's not terrible. Battery's getting very low. Oh, where are the batteries? The batteries might be in the trunk. Uh-oh. I think they are. In my coat that I was wearing. I don't remember if I got them out of my pocket. I don't think I did when I think about it. Okay, we're going to move along because we're not getting the very best view here, but that's not bad. Could be better. I don't know where the Canada geese are, but I can clearly hear them. Okay, I just want to leave things in place right now. We're going to go into Mays Point. Oh, there's some closer mergansers. They would have given us a good view. We're going to go into Mays Point and maybe get a better view, if there are any left on that side. Oh, maybe not. Looks like things are frozen over. We're going to go in anyway because I need to get out of the car and get the batteries. Mays Point, the pool seems to be covered with ice. And on this side, it's not completely frozen over, but almost. And are there any mergansers here? I don't see any on the water. They may have found their way. Oh, there are a few. Okay, hold on one second. They're not close, but they might give us a decent view. Hold on a second. Oh, we've got to reconfigure a little bit. Hold on. Lighting here might be better. I think it is. That's beautiful. That was interesting. They're not very close, but they're not terribly, terribly far away. Don't know where they are now. Anyway, they're females. We've seen two females here. That one has some interesting coloration. Pigeon, oh, those must be pigeons flying around. Okay. Well, I guess the coloration's normal. Okay, sorry. I think that looks like that. Yeah, that gull is trying to steal fish, I think, from the mergansers. Battery's almost dead. I'm in trouble. It's a problem with white birds. The sun reflects off of them so brightly sometimes it's hard to get a good look. We were having that problem with the snowy owl. That's why I kept trying to darken it. You don't think of a gull as being very large, and maybe they're not very large, but you know what? Probably larger than the mergansers are. Maybe the mergansers are kind of small. So again, we're looking at common mergansers. These are females actually, and they are ducks, if you were wondering. We won't be here too much longer. It's 11 minutes after 3 o'clock. How is the time going by so fast? My goodness, I'm in trouble. We may have to skip sapsucker today. I'm not sure. It's getting late, so we may have to. Oh, more there than I thought. But again, it seems like it's all females only. It's actually a pretty setting with that smooth water. And the angle is nice. I don't know if it stole it from a merganser or not. I hear a sparrow of some sort. At least I think it's a sparrow. Oh, I hear an eagle. You can hear it. I don't see it, but I hear it. This battery's going to give out any moment. Okay, we better get going anyway. Hold on a second. Shoot, there was one that was kind of close right in here. Let me switch cameras. I'll be right back. I've got to get the batteries from the trunk of the car. Accidentally left them back there. Yep, they were back there. Absolutely no reason for my car's horn to sound like that. Very annoying. Okay, wonder if just a couple more moments maybe, if I can get the batteries in time. Fresh battery. And then we're going to move on. I think I just saw 3 males just fly over. Maybe, or 4. And I think they were males, I'm not sure. Looked like them. Again, these are female common mergansers, and they are beautiful. I'm still hearing an eagle. I don't know where it is. It may not be in the immediate vicinity. Let me look around. Oh, there it is. All right, I'm going to try backing up the car, see if it gives us a slightly better look. That's not bad. It's a tough angle for me, but I'll still take it. That's beautiful. Sorry, I can't hold it perfectly steady. It's because of... Oh, maybe I can. Hold on. It's because of the angle that I'm forced to point the camera. And it was nice to see the vocalization. I don't know if I've ever seen one vocalize that well. The mergansers may have returned, by the way. And in fact, there's a male also now present. One male, but the rest are all females. It's tempting to try to switch to the other scope to get an even better look, but I think we'll stay with what we've got. Have a little bit of heat distortion, unfortunately, but I think we're getting a good look. That's a beautiful bird. Looks like there are two male mergansers present, and maybe I'll take a look at them. Let's do that quickly because we didn't really see any males very well. Oh, come on now. We'll go back to the eagle in a moment. This place is not making it easy for us to see things in Ithaca. Hold on, I gotta put my seatbelt on before I forget. There we go. Now, just in case you're wondering or thinking or whatever, the male's head is actually green, very dark green, but occasionally if the lighting is right you can see that it is in green as opposed to black, just so as you know. Unfortunately, again, I have to angle my camera in such a way that unless I move the car, I can move the car and make it easier for me, but I can't see my camera screen very well. I wonder where this eagle was when it was, I believe we were hearing it vocalize and then we saw it vocalize. And I wonder if it's coincidence. The eagle arrived and I haven't seen much of the gulls, although they're still around, I guess. Oh, I just heard a mallard. So again, we're at Mays Point. We're looking at a bald eagle right now. It's getting late. It's almost 3:30. Let's look back at the mergansers. Oh, another eagle. Hold on, I don't know if I'll get it. In flight. Younger one by the looks of it. I'm not going to get it. Can't find it. It's now kind of out of my view. Shoot, missed it. It looked like an immature. Where is... There it is. We have to get going pretty soon. Another eagle's flying over, unless it's the same one. It might be, but I kind of doubt it. And it's flying towards Shockey Pool, like the other one was. Just tuned in the chat room and I see the question as to where we are. We're in the Montezuma area. We're actually at Mays Point. To our right is the Mays Point Pool. I don't know if this is just part of... I guess it's considered part of Mays Point. But we're looking at a bald eagle, and we're not looking currently at, but I see common mergansers, male and female. Unfortunately, we are running out of time. I know, we've seen eagles before, but we usually don't get a good look at them. I hear a crow. And I know we have a branch or two kind of in the way, but I still consider this a good look. Oh, sorry. My fault. Okay, I think it's time we left. As much as I would love to stay and look at this eagle more. I hear Canada geese. See the beautiful white tail? You know, it takes 4 to 5 years for a bald eagle to take on its adult coloration of the white head and tail and the dark brown body. But it's time we moved on. Sorry to leave it. Okay, we've got to go. Deal with some things here. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to keep things running, and then maybe eventually we'll shut down so I can drop down to you can see that Subaru that snuck in behind me. I wonder if they, you know what, I'll bet they can't even see the eagle from where they were. Maybe they can, I don't know. So I'm going to keep things running, I guess, until we get through this one area, this one stretch, where there's always the possibility of seeing a rough-legged hawk, but it's getting late. We're in terms of time, we're in trouble. I think we are going to skip sapsucker today. I don't think I'm going to make it back in time to have a walk there, let alone a walk and then a visit to the campus. So it looks like sapsucker is not going to happen. I'm sorry about that, but blame the it's well, to our right is a red-tailed hawk. You can blame the owls, and you can blame the bald eagle and the mergansers, and that's pretty much it. I will be accepting zero responsibility. It's not my fault. Even to get back to campus before it gets dark, it's going to be, and you know, giving us any kind of time to look around is not going to be easy. I was thinking, you know, coming back, maybe we would, you know, stop here and there and look out on the lake if there's anything of interest, but I'm not planning on that now. I hadn't seen anything, but I was hoping, like, even for instance, you know, just, you know, as there's an area approaching Montezuma where we've gone once before to look around, and you know, I wouldn't mind doing that, but you know, unless I know of something already, you know, that is there and that we want to see, I'm not going to just go and take the time to look without knowing that something's there already. Just don't have the time. Beautiful day today, though, overall. I mean, you know, it started out cloudy, like I said, but it's turned into a nice day. It's still apparently 42 degrees, and you know, for December 28th, ain't too shabby. I'm not seeing anything in terms of rough-legged hawks. So I think we're about to shut down until I reach Ithaca, and I'll try to get there as quickly as I can, safely. But I have a feeling we're not going to have much time to look around. You know, we're an hour away, at least. But our visit to the greater Montezuma area, I think, has been a good one today. I say greater area, that includes the area where we saw the owls and you know, just this whole thing. This has been nice. Everybody, I think I'm going to shut down for a while. It is about 20 minutes to 4. Let's say, you know, somewhere between 4:45 and 5 o'clock. I hope to be back in Ithaca. Okay, everybody? 4:45 and 5 o'clock. Okay, I'll see you soon. I don't know if you've received the message. I'm well, let me see if I can quickly check. This line always takes a while. So I'm not shutting down for the day. We're still going to look around in Ithaca if we can, assuming there's daylight. Okay, you have the message. Okay, I'll see you in a little while. Bye, everybody.